Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to another edition of GTE Pro Network Podcast. I'm your host, Ed Peterson. Today's date, of course, is October the 15th, 2024. And with today, we're going to be talking about how to prepare your website for maximum online presence. To get into that, what we do here at Global Touch Enterprise, we're a web design and marketing company, and we help a lot of entrepreneurs, startup companies, which is my target market, churches, nonprofit organizations across the country to help them build and grow their network in the area where they do business. Today, we're going to be talking about the optimization of your website, how to maximize that, and what we do today that's relevant as we close out 2024 moving into 2025. A lot of my clients have always asked me, Ed, I need a website for my business. I need to know how to market that, how to grow that, how to get traffic toward the website, to the website. And a lot of things have changed. Of course, with this digital world, it's always in flux. And when you look at the technologies and user experiences that we have today, it's going to continue to evolve and expand. And of course, we have to be up to date with everything. And we have to make sure that we have everything in place so that way we can capture our target market, our audience on a regular, consistent basis. And the more we stay focused there, ladies and gentlemen, the better we are, the stronger we are. And then understanding, again, the fundamentals of 5 P's of marketing, which is all about the people, product, price, place, promotion. And you have to be daily on this level, and you have to make sure that you stay focused on your principles of where you want to go and what you want your website to do. I share this with a lot of my clients. I kind of update them and educate them. You got to have full control of your website, number one. Whoever is your builder, your designer, your webmaster, or whoever you have, make sure that they give you complete total autonomy and access to your own website. That's critical and also important because when you want to update things, now everything, of course, is going to be plug and play and all that. If you're not familiar with coding and putting things in together, like a lot of people use WordPress, a lot of people use a lot of UX and all these other things, platforms, but again, you want to have a system for growth for your website. And once you have that system in place, which saves yourself time, energy, and money, then you can basically build something that's going to last you for the future. And we're talking about the importance of a future-ready website. And that's going to be something that we're going to continue to keep and relevant to what we do. Now, on this podcast, this is what I talk about on a regular, consistent basis. And when you look at what we do here at GTE Pro Network Podcast, our goal is to help all entrepreneurs from all walks of life to help them build and grow their network in the area where they do business. And then we're going to understand the challenges or changes in online landscape with your website. Because as we close out 2024, this is the fall season. Now, this is also a good season for marketing. Your business, we got a lot of promotions, a lot of things going on that people are looking at that they can engage with you on your website. But you have to have consistent online presence, consistent information shared. Content is key. Your content has to be consistent, though, throughout the whole platform that you're using on social media, whether you're on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. You have to be consistent on all platforms. And you want to make sure that your message is consistent and that you're reaching your target market and that they can engage and send links that they can click and go to your website. Now, mobile presence is going to be optimal key. Mobile presence is growth. It's going to continue to evolve. It's going to continue to rise. And why I say that is because the cell phone industry has grown along a whole lot of levels now, where we got smartphones that you can do a lot with. And actually, you can do a lot of business on your smartphone now that you didn't do 10, 20 years ago. But now you can do it consistently on a regular basis, whether I'm sending information, invoices, information about my business through my phone. And then I can also go online and place orders and purchase directly from my phone. And so what you're looking at now is opportunities of growth. And if you're not reaching out to that level, then you're missing out on a whole lot. And so understanding what's relevant today, based on what business you're operating in the marketplace, what industry you're in, whether you have a product business or a service or both, you want to make sure you consistently share the information on a regular basis. AI is going out now, big on that. Content, you got to make sure it's relevant, it's who you are, and it's based on what you represent in the marketplace. And so when you look at these opportunities, this gives you more fire to burn so you can grow in the way that you want to grow. And a lot of my clients say, hey, what is this mobile thing what I have to do on my website? Well, let's look at that. Your tip number one is basically ensuring mobile first design. And so with mobile first design means that everything that I'm doing with my website, when people pull up on their phone, they can see all my content, all my information, and they can purchase directly from that. Now, we have companies outside of the United States that are really good with that. And then on social media, if you look at it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all these platforms, you notice they have links that you can pull up through your phone to make purchases if you're a product business. Now, you got Temu, you got Shine, Sheen, whatever their name is. These are from other countries. They're blowing up big. In the US, we should be doing the same thing. We are manufacturers first here. We are content creators. I come from manufacturing, working from Zenith Electronics to Motorola to Hewlett Packard in Chicago, where I'm from originally. I'm in Houston, Texas now, though. But to give you the relevance of what that means is that you want to make sure that your website is exactly user-friendly, interactive, and basically making sure that you call to action what you want them to do. Click, buy, click, buy, click. So they can purchase whatever you have and whatever promotions you're running. What are you giving the end user for their purchase? Do you have promotions that you're running on that level? Are you giving them discounts, or do you have coupons? Do you have a lot of different levels where you're saving the customer some money for the purchase of that item? And you want to run promotions on a regular, consistent basis. Again, part of the 5 P's of marketing: people, product, price, place, promotion. Once you understand the promotional piece of that, then you can grow your business to a maximum level without having to worry about all the extras. Now, your next thing to do is updating your SEO strategy. Search engine optimizations is key when you go to where you got Google, Bing, and Yahoo. And when you look at these search engines, you'll want to be on the platform. I tell people all the time, if you want to know about my company, Global Touch Enterprise, Google me. Google Global Touch Enterprise, and you'll see everything that you need to see about my company and what I do. And when you become I'm a Google ambassador, number one, too. And I've been with Google for a minute when they was giving out the free business emails 10 years ago. So it's interesting to see how many people not utilizing the platform. Google is based in California. It is a $1 trillion company, and they own all the software to all the Android devices. You got to have a Gmail account in order to activate your phone. Why? Because that's the whole presence of that Google platform. They own the software. So here's what I can share with you all, that Android-based people, Apple people, we have another level. I'm both, but believe it or not, because I work with both manufacturers. And when you look at today and what we do relevantly, you want to make sure that your search engine optimizations is key, your AdWords, your keywords, what your company represents, and what your slogan or theme is. If you're a product business and you're selling shoes, then you want to say, what type of shoes are you selling? Gym shoes, dress shoes, you got slides, you got all different types of shoes people wear. So you want to be relevant as to the specifics as to that. And once you get that information out there, and the keyword, when people type in specifically gym shoes, on the search engines, whether it's on Google, Yahoo, or Bing, which is Microsoft, then guess what? Your information will pop up. But the more AdWords and keywords you continually do on a regular basis, and that's why I tell people to Google me, because now when they Google me, that gets the search engines crawlers to start working for me on my behalf, because that's my company. And guess what? And because I'm on Google like I am now, and I've built this platform for the past since 2008, here it is 16 years now. Now I'm able to have a good presence on these search engines, whether I'm on Google, Bing, or Yahoo. Now, your next tip, of course, is implementing responsive design. Responsive design is getting you replies based on that. On the future ready websites, you want to have all of this ready for you. This is why people sign up. You got your subscribers links. You got your subscribers filling out their email address, their name, and all that kind of stuff. So you want responsive designs that's going to help you grow and adapt to what's happening for the future, what you're planning on doing. And with the search engines, each page should be tagged with AdWords and keywords for what you do. Your home page, your About Us page, your product page. If you have an event page, you can do that too. And then also pages that is, if you have a blog page, that should be tagged as well. So that way, when the search engines go through it, each page is tagged. If you notice how the levels at the header of your browser, when you type in a particular website, you'll start seeing a slash with that name of that particular page. And you can send links directly for each page that you have without having to do the full-blown website of all the pages. You have links now that you can tag a particular page. If it's done properly, right, then that way you can send that link and people go directly to just that page. They don't have to go to the full website. You can navigate how you want to navigate them to respond to what you're trying to promote. And that's the key to success right there, ladies and gentlemen. But a lot of people miss out on that because they don't see that you can do that. Oh, hey, I didn't even know you can get to that point. Yes. Technology, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about the technology. So you want to prioritize your website security. You notice the locks that you see on the top of the browsers. That means it's a secure website. So if you make it a purchase on any particular website, you want to make sure that lock is there. That's called SSL, Secure Socket Layer. So if that lock is there, that's basically saying this is a trusted website, that your information doesn't get compromised. And actually SSL scrambles the information so nobody can capture exactly everything that you're putting, whether you're using a credit or debit card. My suggestion to everybody online that's making purchases online, I always use a prepaid debit card. I don't use my bank cards at all. Prepaid debit card. You can't get no more out of it because that's all I put on it. Hello. So that gives you an opportunity to really just make the purchases that you want to make on a prepaid debit card. I don't use my bank card for that. Not on no lower levels. Not unless I know it's a trusted site of a big box company where I can say, well, yeah, they can give me my, if something happens. That now make sure also too, ladies and gentlemen, that your website, if you're a product business, that you have all of your securities in place and you have all of your information on there, and for people to give you feedback, and then they can call just in case they have a question or they have some concerns. So your site has to be properly prepped, and what you accept, what kind of credit or debit cards you accept, you want that at the bottom of your footer of your website, so that way people understand exactly, okay, they only accept this, so forth and so on. So you want to make sure that you give straight up full closure of everything that you want them to do when they go to your website. So you want to focus on user experience. We call it UX. User experience is going to be critical. It's the most important part of it because I want to get feedback from my clients and customers that go to my website and make a purchase. okay, or when I'm providing a service, I want their feedback on the service that I provided for them. Whether I'm a cleaning business, well, no matter what I'm in, service-wise, I want to make sure I'm doing that. Hospitality, how did I treat them? What was their experience using my website? Was it easy for them to find what they were looking for, particularly? And so when you close out this year, 2024, moving into 2025, you want to make sure your focus on user experience is critical key when designing and building your website. Because at the end of the day, this is going to boost your brand reputation, because now you got a following that says, wow, it's cool, I go there. Well, let's look at the companies outside of the U.S., the other companies, like a lot of people go to Temu, okay, Shein. A lot of these young people are buying. But guess what? It's not all what it's cracked up to be. So we need our companies that's here in the U.S. to do our own thing. As an entrepreneur, as a business owner, that's what you want. Buy a U.S. brand. We have the best quality. And matter of fact, I'm going to share this with everybody, ladies and gentlemen, on this platform. United States have the best manufacturing practices globally. Because I come from manufacturing, OSHA don't play, number one. And when you look at the quality of materials, we don't just make stuff and see what happens if anybody buys it, or it affects our skin, it interrupts us in any kind of way. The best manufacturing practices, that's why a lot of people come to the United States, is because we have the best manufacturing practices, bar none. And manufacturing is key. And coming from manufacturing, I learned that this is where we ought to be in the U.S. And that's why a lot of countries or companies outside of the U.S. have their plants manufactured here now, instead of just over where they come from. And so when you look at the opportunities, they have to abide by the rules anyway. And then number two, where are you getting your quality items from? Number three, is it going to be lasting, or this is just temporary stuff that just after a while messes up and fades away, and then you got to rebuy again? So you want to stretch your dollar. Okay. So next thing I'm going to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, is about the integrating artificial intelligence, or AI. Wow, this has been one of the topics of the century right now, because it is constantly growing, evolving like clockwork. And I said this years ago, we're going to wind up being like the Jetsons after a while. But it gives us an opportunity to see exactly how this AI thing is really working. Are we learning how to create and utilize the AI on a practical note, like any application? Solar is going up and bigger now. Homeowners don't have to worry about high electricity bills when you go solar. That's a technology, but it's also part of the home improvement industry. Let's go back to technology again. So when you look at opportunities of growth in America, we talk about all of these things. And of course, Silicon Valley, California, they all over that. But here we are, no matter what part of the country you're in, you want to learn the basics of AI, especially companies, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a business. How can this be applicable for what I do? Can it be applicable? Can I use it? What can I use it for? So when you look at the revolutionary of online landscapes today, and the integrating AI into the websites now can enhance functionalities, personalization, and then you can also have the user experience as well. Basically, you're telling it from your own personal being that this is the content I want to create based on who I am, what my thought process is, and what I'm thinking for right now to help the others out there in the marketplace. And so everybody think AI is just taking over in another level where it's kind of like it has its own thought process. No, to a point, but it's still coming from you, the end user, the user that's using the AI. It's your thought, it's your process. So if you look at it now, you can talk about it, and they're talking about Chat GPT and all that. And yeah, it's still a thought process. I mean, whoever thought about creating an iPhone, well, Steve Jobs, it was his thought process. When you talk about creating the locomotive, it was a thought process. When you talk about the cars, thought process. Now we got EV cars, thought process. So VCRs, remember those? Thought process. CDs, we don't even use them no more. Thought process. Everything is streaming. Cable is obsolete. Thought process. As we continue to evolve, it's going to continue to have a thought process behind it. So there's no way of saying, oh, well, man, they might take over. Well, who's the thought process behind that? It's a thought process. So let's look at it like this. We want to keep up with the times. We want to grow our businesses in a way, whether you're, no matter what city and state you're in all of our cities and states across this country. And it ain't about the red and blue. I don't get into all that. That's crazy. We United States, bottom line, supposedly. And we look at the incorporated states that was incorporated from the 17 to 1800s. That's what you talk about. The seals, all these things, right? Legislation, what's going on right now in government. And what we do is we're free and functioning society that believes in capitalism. And, we can grow. We can put together what we want to put together, but we have to stick together. We have to stand for what's right, and we have to do the right thing by our customers. And we have to treat them with the loyalty and respect. Because of their continued loyalty to us, we have to be loyal to them, and making sure that the product and service that we provide in the marketplace is quality and top-notch, regardless of who they are. And so there is no respecter of persons when it comes to quality. Hello. So now, getting back to the next tip, keeping up with your emerging web technology. I say this all the time because, we talk about decentralization, crypto. We talk about a lot of different banks are being decentralized now. You can do an online bank, basically more than a traditional bank. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase. Yeah, okay. They're not on levels yet to understand what small businesses are capable of by helping. And with this red tape syndrome that they have and only giving out to certain things, today you don't have to do all that. Okay, you can make investments. You can have crowdfunding. You can do a lot of different levels now to generate the revenue or capital that you need. And with the government assistance programs that they have, they can help you on some levels too. But here's what you want to do. Keeping up with emerging web technologies, we're talking about Web 3.0 right now, and that's one of the decentralizing where you can generate revenue from that platform, from that side, as well as investments. People making purchases on your website, if you're a product service business or both. You can start marketing your campaigns, put together marketing campaigns where you generate regular, consistent income from your business or your website. My business is internet based, so I can be anywhere and everywhere. There's no one place I cannot go. I'm everywhere. So whether I'm in Texas, or I'm back at home in Illinois and Chicago, or if I'm in New York, if I'm in Florida, if I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, California, no matter where I'm at, Vegas, I can market my business on any of those levels, on any city and state across this country. And because of that, it gives me an opportunity to basically keep up with the technologies so that way I can be ready for when I want to. So we talk about augmented reality, virtual reality, and we got the 5G, which is the 5G network we use, which is through our cell phones. So we're getting ready to go to the 6G anyway after this one. So the other countries that's behind, they notice they can't use their devices here in the United States because they're behind. So when people come from other countries with their phones and try to activate it in the US, it won't work. We killed 3G a year and a half ago. So 3G is out. 4G is almost out the door too. We on 4G plus, That's about one thing. But 5G is where we are, but then we're moving into 6G. So keeping up with it, understanding how it's going to be relevant for your business, for what you do, if you're relevant, want to be relevant in the marketplace. And believe me, technology is the way to go. Because I come from manufacturing and I work for these big tech companies, it gives me an opportunity to really look at how I can help other entrepreneurs, startup companies, to also be relevant in keeping up with the web technology, with your website, and understanding that I can market a particular page of my website, but I have to do the whole site, but a particular page that I want to represent on my website. If I'm a product business and I'm representing t-shirts or shoes or whatever, notice they have specifics. And when you see those links on social media, they just linking you to the direct page what they want you to go and make a purchase. You don't need the whole website for that. That's the side of the purchasing side of what you need to share so people can go and click and buy. You don't need all that. So again, keeping up understanding how to market, how to position myself to where I can be relevant enough so people can understand this is where I'm at. This is what I want you to do. Call to action. This is what you want them to do. Call to action. You want them to act on this particular page, you see. And so when you look at opportunities of growth, we talk about maximizing your web speed, understanding how to continue to have it automated. Automation is key, meaning that I can run email marketing campaigns from my website. I have a lot of people that filled out the subscribers section to subscribe to my site, my page. I have a now following list of people that is in my back office of my website where I can e-blast them on promotions, on information, on inquiries that they may have. And the questions they may have, I can send it out. Okay. So on my search engine optimization side of it, I'm going to make sure that I'm continually adding that consistently on the regular daily basis. But you got to be consistent though, ladies and gentlemen. You can't be in season and out of season and say, I'm going to do it 1 week and stop. Then I'm going to do it another 2 weeks. No. Daily. This has to be done daily, every single day. Now, is that a lot? Yeah, but it helps your business to be relevant. And with the way people are on social media, again, it's a lot of noise going on right now, a lot of fast traffic moving. But you want to be the one that's consistent, that's relevant. You stay the course. You know, it's like you taking a drive from Houston to California to San Francisco. That's a drive. But you're on that road and you're staying consistent on that road to get you there. Right? So you want to be consistent. So the web speed, maximizing your web speed, is basically consistently maximizing your SEO presence and continue to make sure that your images, your logos, your content is all consistently moving the same way. You have to have it. You can't go without it. So you're going to need it. So another thing, embracing inclusivity and accessibility. Now, inclusivity and accessibility, of course, has always been increasingly important when it comes to the online world. Well, when you look at your website that have accessible and inclusive caters to all users that comes onto the website, that goes to the website, you want that to be done. I have it where people can subscribe and they can go to the pages that they want, sign up or sign in, and that's exclusive to them. When you have sign-in pages from your customers, when they go in and make purchases and they can see their content, they can see what purchases they've previously made and paid for, and they got a little history there, that's called inclusivity. That gives you maximum presence and of course builds your network in a way that no one else has done. A lot of these companies don't understand that part about that. When you sign up, well, you want them to sign up. You want them to be inclusive, that you have this inclusivity that it's just their page. It's their page. You're giving them access to your shop where they can shop consistently as if I was a celebrity and I said, I'm going into Macy's and I want to shut this area down while I shop here for about 15 minutes. It's exclusive. To me, as a celebrity, I'm in there. Nobody else. I just shut the whole thing down for 15 minutes. It happens. It can be done. So on your website, you're doing the same similar thing. Inclusivity and accessibility for them to shop with their own page, with their own account. By setting up their own account. And that's why they sign up. And that gives you more presence, and you also increase your growth and revenue at the same time. Your website. Now, if you're definitely a product business, this is something you want to do on a consistent basis. If you're a small business, it don't matter. You got a web presence that does just that, what you want it to do. This is why we educate our entrepreneurs and startup companies on this particular side of it. We talk about embracing inclusivity and accessibility. If I give you access to sign up and set up your own page where you can go and shop till you drop whenever you want, on from your phone or on your laptop computer or tablet, it doesn't matter. But you want to make sure you have that given to them, and that gives them basically a feel good to say, "Oh, I'm exclusive. I'm inclusive because I got this access." There you go. Now you understand. This is why it's important to be online presence and educating our people in general, entrepreneurs across the board, on why we need to do that. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to get off my soapbox because I was kind of thinking I was going to do this for just 30 minutes, but I'm past the time on that. Last but not least, though, consistency, updating your content. Please believe when I say consistently updating your content. In the world of marketing, and why it's become $1 trillion enterprise, well, billions of dollars are being generated with marketing right now, and of course it will be $1 trillion trend. But here's the thing. If you don't market consistently, weekly, notice promotions are done every week with most of the big box brands, right? They have to. They spend millions of dollars doing it. Okay, you don't have that kind of capital to do that as a small business or as a mid-sized business, even that. But here's what you want to do. Consistently updating your content will give you relevancy based on what was selling if you follow your trend line as to what's moving more than the others. Look at your inventory. What's selling more than the others? Well, you want to move the inventory. You should be rotating your online inventory anyway. The fall season is here. Well, in certain southern parts, you can still wear shorts and all of that, but the fall stuff was out right now. Jackets and long sleeves and all that. So you want to kind of rotate your inventory. And your content has to be consistent according to what you're promoting. If you're promoting it properly, then you're going to grow properly. And your growth will be consistent because you're doing it on a regular, consistent basis. Notice I said you have to do this daily. Daily is the key. You want to be consistent in your daily efforts. So with that, you want to make sure that you have everything you need to build that presence. And if your content is constantly being updated the right way, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You're going to have a whole lot of growth coming because now you're being relevant and you're not just sticking on it. When you notice when people go to certain websites, they have the same stuff on there from months ago. They never updated anything. That's because they're not trying to be relevant. And those are the companies and sites that you're like, I don't want to, okay, I've seen that before. What else do you got to show me? What's new? What's updating? What's happening with you? But if you still got the same old stuff that you had of 6 months ago, still playing today, this is October. Let's say you had a promotion in March. That March promotion should have been gone off the website, but it's still there. Companies just don't get it. Now, the big box brands know how to rotate. If you follow the system, ladies and gentlemen, which save yourself time, energy, and money, you will be relevant enough to make the income that you want to make and also to be a supplier to the needs of the people. Trends. We want new stuff. People like that. Look at the sports entertainment. Look at the actors. Look at the singers. They're looking at the next hot, best thing, big thing. They're not looking at the same people. The people already know it. I want a new artist. I want a new something or someone. Who's hot today? Who's relevant today? How are you relevant? That's what you need to look at. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for this edition of the GTE Pro Network podcast. My name again is Ed Peterson. I'm your host, and let me share this. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'll be showcasing and updating information across the board to help and assist entrepreneurs as well as people who are looking to start their own businesses. I think right now, and I can say this as a web designer, I see a lot of people looking to start their own companies, which is good. So if you want to get more information, you can go to my website at globaltouchenterprise.net. Again, that's globaltouchenterprise.net. You can Google my company, of course, Global Touch Enterprise, and you want to see some updated information about what I do and how I do it, then that's one you want to go to and check it out. So that gives you more opportunities to understand what it means to be relevant. And then on social media, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. So I'm on those as well. And, and also fan base. I love fan base. Now I'm going to share this with you all as I close. Fan base is an opportunity for you to generate income investing in fan base. You want to do this. This is a great opportunity by Isaac Hayes III out of Atlanta, Georgia. And you want to kind of put together a system where you can generate and make income from your content as a content creator. Now, content creating, whether it's on YouTube or whoever, they're paying based on your base and how you build your base. Building a network is key. AT&T taught me this years ago when I worked for that company. And so building networks is the answer to your troubles. If you don't build it, no one will come. But build it and they will come. So as a wise master builder, you want to grow on a maximum level. And with that, y'all keep building, keep the focus, and keep the faith. I'll talk to you guys again. Peace out.